We're taking a closer look at some of the most heated races.
A lot to sort through this morning, and joining us now, political consultant John Dadian is here. John, thanks for being here. Good morning. Let's start with the race for governor. And before we ask your opinion, let's show you the latest 10 News Union Tribune scientific poll here, and show you the very latest, because Gavin Newsom is on top with 33% support. Then you've got Republican John Cox in second with 17%, but 13% of voters are still undecided. Is this how you think by tomorrow this will shake out, with Cox and Newsom on top?
That's a conventional wisdom, but always on election day, we've got so many important races. There's going to be some surprises. I don't know if this will be it or not. The key is going to be not just specifically turnout, but turnout of your base. So if one campaign does a better job as far as the turnout, that could affect that quite a bit.
All right. We want to move on to the 49th District congressional race, which, as you know, has been sort of a free-for-all of candidates since Darrell Issa announced his sudden retirement. We want to take a look at this latest poll. Came out on Friday, shows Republican Diane Harkey leading the pack, but it's still pretty tight. And what do you think about this? I mean, Diane Harkey did get Issa's endorsement. She's known more in Orange County, which this is a split district, than here. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I'm not sure if I agree with that, in the sense that her current position, Board of Equalization, covers the entire county of San Diego. So she has bases, she has a field off, she has bases in both. There's another poll that shows those numbers completely flipped. My favorite cliche is a poll is only a snapshot in time. So that's the important thing about this race. Here we're local in San Diego, they're watching this nationally. This is one of the key races that they're going to see whether or not it flips the House in November. So all eyes are on San Diego. I call it the Wild West. I don't know what's going to happen.
And that's why millions of dollars were spent on the campaigning for many candidates in this particular seat. Let's look at the race now for district attorney here in the county, and it's been heated. And so let's take a look at this most recent poll, once again showing Stemmer Stephan in the lead with 45%. That's a 10-point increase since our last poll came out earlier this month. Genevieve Jones right with 25%, but a whopping 30% are still undecided. Are DA's races historically this heated as we've seen this campaign season?
I hate to give you a wimpy answer, yes and no. This one is absolutely unique, without a doubt. The 25% for the challenger, keep in mind, that's really name ID because of the millions of dollars that George Soros put in. She wouldn't be up to that high with all that money. I was concerned that this race was going to be very close, et cetera. The last couple of weeks it's starting to break, and you see those numbers. However, that poll that was taken, keep in mind, we used to have an acronym called GOTV, get out the vote, and that meant on election day you get your supporters out, et cetera. But today, in the last couple of cycles over the past decade, because of the mail-in ballots, you know, they predict 70% of the final vote will be the mail-in ballots. So for the past 3 weeks, those votes have been coming in. So I'm a little surprised that undecided is that high.
All right.
And one name, by the way, we haven't heard, Duncan Hunter, who's got it locked up, all but locked up, you'd think, today, the 50th district.
Well, that's what the polls are showing.
Well, and when you say locked up, keep in mind, because of that race, it does fall under the jungle primary, that the top two. So he still has to go until November. But the polls are showing huge. He's under a federal investigation, and he's huge. And again, he's got a couple credible candidates. The mayor of El Cajon, we thought he would be credible. He's not even registering the polls almost.
All right. Thank you so much, John Dadian.
Good to see you
Appreciate it.